Welcome to your third trimester prenatal slow flow joyful Vinyasa yoga practice. This is a full 60-minute class with savasana, perfect for preparing your mind and body for your special birth, either of your new baby or of your own personal creative project. Creation and birth can take on many forms. This time now is for you. Prenatal modifications are led and demonstrated. My name is Natalie. Let's begin. I like to start using doTERRA peppermint essential oils. I apply a drop orally for digestive health and quies, topically on the back of my neck for an energy boost, and on my chest for clear breathing and to relieve any tension. A little bit on the third eye. It's a beautiful way to start the practice. Come to the front of your mat into samastitihi. You have arrived. Begin to tune in to your beautiful oceanic breaths, tuning into your baby and how you're feeling today. Deep inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Ground down through your feet. And bending your knees with a big inhale, arms up, feet nice and wide on your mat. Exhale, forward fold, knees bent to your level of comfort, feet as wide as they need to be for you and your belly. And beautiful forward fold. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, peeking up, looking forward, and exhaling that right foot, right knee down behind you. Arms up above for a nice low lunge, modified Anjaneyasana. Breathing into the belly, exhaling out any tension. Hands down to the mat as you bring your left knee back and set up on hands and knees. Inhale, chin up. Exhale, arch your back. Cat-cow pose. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale, round your back. Starting to move some energy into your spine. Inhale, chin up. Exhale, round your back. Press on back into a nice child's pose. Back forward for modified upward dog. Exhaling back into child's pose. Movements are getting bigger now. Inhaling into upward dog. Rocking back into modified child's pose. Just a nice ebb and flow. Inhale, upward dog, chin up. Exhale, back. Child's pose, all the way back now, knees nice and wide to accommodate your growing belly. Hands to your mat, forehead can reach towards the mat if it's comfortable, or forehead on a block. If your forehead doesn't come to the mat, just elbows on the earth. And walk those hands over to the right hand side of your mat. Nice juicy side stretch. Breathing into the side body on the left. Inhale, exhaling out as you walk your hands off your mat to the left hand side. For just as equal of a juicy side stretch on the right. Breathing into the tight places. And walking hands back to center. Coming back up on all hands and knees. And resume your cat-cow rocking. Inhale, chin up. Exhale, backs rounded. Inhale, chin up, forward. Exhale, round that beautiful back. And now, take this time to start to move in your own fluid motion. Your body might be asking for your hips to rock side to side. You might hear some snack, crackle, and pops in those hips as we're moving fluids and energy. And listen to your body and see how it would like to move today. Maybe hip circles from left to right, Maybe your rib cage starts to move and your shoulders. And if you go to the right, roll to the left and feel how your body likes to move. On hands and knees, this primal goddess positioning. And hands down as you start to press your legs back wide for your first downward dog of the day. Feet nice and wide on your mat. Legs do not have to be straight. Pressing back, feeling a lengthening in the hamstrings and the lower back. Might feel really good here to pedal your feet or to walk the dog. Allowing the energy to come through and your calves start to open. Nice wide stance. And bring your knees down to the mat and back up. Little knee bends here. Down and up. We're moving energy. Knees bend down and back up into downward dog. There it is. And knees down to your mat. And come on forward into that modified upward dog. Stretching out the front of your belly, chin up. And pressing back into downward dog. Nice and wide. That right leg can climb up to the sky, knee bent for a beautiful hip opener. Getting into the hip front body and exhaling down to hands and knees as you gently guide that right foot forward into low lunge on the right side. Hands can rest on your knees or reach up above for a stretch. Low lunge on the right side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Hands down to the mat as you bring your left foot forward, coming down now into your first low squat, Vinyasa, garland pose. Grounding that energy down into the earth. Breathing in as your elbows gently press your knees outward. So, a nice place to sit on a block here, if you would. And hands down to the earth as you press your knees up, rolling the back up to standing position again. Maybe take a few shoulder rolls back. Samastitihi. And let's do 3 hip circles to the right. And 3 hip circles to the left. At your own pace. Breathing into your hips. They do so much for you. In Samastitihi. Again, big inhale, arms up, joyful overhead. Exhale, forward fold, hands down towards your mat, nice and wide. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, that left foot, left knee down behind you. Using your right knee for support, coming into low lunge on the right hand side. Hands to your knee, your belly, or above your head. Breathing in to the front of that left hip. Feeling your body warming up. Hands both down to your mat, onto hands and knees as we press back into downward dog, nice and wide. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Breathing into your hamstrings. And allowing that left foot to come up to the sky, knee bent, nice hip opener on the left side. And exhale, back down to the ground, onto hands and knees. Let's press up into the upward dog. And back into a nice wide child's pose. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Knees nice and wide. Look forward, back to hands and knees, and bringing that left foot forward into low lunge on the left side. Hands to your knees, to your belly, or joyfully up over your head, breathing into the front of your right hips. Are you breathing? Don't hold your breath. And exhaling, hands down to your mat as you bring that right foot up to join for a wide stance, low squat malasana, grounding down like the earth goddess you are, preparing for birth. Inner thighs, nice opening stretch. This pose is also called elimination pose. Toning your calves and your hips. Exhaling, knees straight in your forward fold. And rolling up to the sky. A few shoulder rolls back. And 3 hip circles to the right. Nice and juicy. And 3 hip circles to the left. As big or as small as your body's asking for. Samastitihi, the front of your mat. Alright. Inhaling, arms up, overhead, and gentle reach to your right hand side, grounding down through that left foot. Inhaling, exhaling over to the left side, grounding down through your right foot for balance. Inhaling, arms up, placing your hands on your lower back, gently pushing your hips forward. Maybe your head falls back for a front body stretch. And back to center. And step out towards the wide portion of your mat. Legs wide, arms wide. Squatting down into goddess stance. Bakara Mudra. Hands up over your head. Exhaling down again into goddess pose, Bakara Mudra. This mudra is solid and protective. Arms up overhead. Down into Bakara Mudra. Putting on your power today. Protecting yourself and your growing baby from outward negativity. Hands on your knees as you rotate back to look over your right shoulder. Gentle stretch for that left side. Inhaling back up and peeking over the left shoulder for a nice goddess twist. And back to center. Coming into triangle on the right hand side. This is a great place for a block on the inside or outside of your right foot. As your left arm reaches up towards the sky, your gaze can go up over your left hand or down at your right foot, especially if you have any neck injuries or neck pain. And walk your left arm down to the earth. Hands on either side of your beautiful right foot as you press back and do a hamstring stretch, low pyramid on the right hand side. Breathing into your hamstrings, exhaling any tension. This should feel like a nice gentle warming. If it begins to be too much, just bend your knee a little bit more. And on an inhale, arms come up to your knees, womb or overhead for a nice low lunge on the right hand side. Breathing in and exhaling out. Breathing in, exhaling down, walking your left hand down to the mat as you open your right hand to the side to trace the horizon for half circles with your right arm. Shoulder opening. Breathing into your shoulder and beautiful chest. Exhaling out. Beautiful half circles, tracing your own skyline. Hands both down to the mat. As you can walk your right foot off to the right a few paces, hands on the inside of your right foot into lizard pose. That should feel nice on your right hip. And exhaling back, walking your hands towards the center. Let's come now into our side to side rocking, lunging right and lunging left. Hands towards the earth. Hands can also be on your knees as we're rocking back side to side, allowing those hips to open and sway. Side to side, and hands to the center for a nice wide leg standing forward bend. Prasarita Padottanasana, providing relief from stress and anxiety, strengthening your ankles and your wrists, breathing into your beautiful lower back. And inhale up as we're moving over now down into your beautiful garland pose, low squat. Hands to prayer as you inhale and exhale. Again, a beautiful place to sit on a block if you'd like. Grounding down into the earth. Elbows gently press on the inside of your knees. Grounding down into the earth. And hands to the earth. Left hand down. Right arm reaches up and behind you. For a gentle open twist. Hands down to the earth or to prayer in front of the center of your chest with your right hand down. Now the left arm reaching up behind you for a beautiful open twist. Your gaze, your drishti, can be up over your left fingers or down at the earth. Hands to the earth, coming up into that wide-legged forward fold, and resuming our rocking back and forth to the left and to the right, moving like the fluid water element, allowing those hips to fold and open, moving side to side, your own artistic expression of self, every day different. And walking over your left foot down, your right knee back, walking your right hand off the mat, with your left hand tucked inside for lizard pose on the left hand side. Beautiful hip stretch for that left hip. If you'd like a little more fire, you can come down to your elbows. But otherwise, especially with your belly right here, just arching your back and breathing in. Exhaling now as you open your left arm to trace the horizon for shoulder openers on the left side. Inhale, hand overhead. Exhale, you trace the horizon. Inhale, left arm up and around. Exhale, tracing the horizon. Be artistic, be creative with how you move. Maybe you reach back and grab the right foot. Hello. Hands down to the earth. And pressing up, using your knee for support, pulling you up into low lunge. Anjaneyasana on the left hand side. Arms up overhead or on your knees or belly. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Hands down to the mat. Pressing back in the low pyramid hamstring stretch on the left hand side. Nice gentle warming in the back of the left hamstring. If it's too much, you can go ahead and bend that left knee. Inhale and exhale. And pressing up now into triangle on the left side. Left arm down, right arm up. Your gaze, your drishti out over your right fingertips or down at the earth. Triangle stretches your inner thighs and groin and helps with balance. Bending your knees, coming back up to center, coming down to a nice wide squat into goddess. Pala Mudra. Arms up overhead. Squatting down into goddess with Pala Mudra. Hands in this mudra to create trust. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhaling down into goddess with Pala Mudra around your beautiful belly. Beautiful trust. Hands up overhead. And coming to the front of your mat. Samasthiti. Ground down. Focus on your breath. And if you're using essential oils, now's the time I like to put on a citrus oil, such as wild orange. I rub some on the back of my neck. It's energizing, it's revitalizing, and stress releasing. I like to breathe it right from the bottle and a little on my third eye. Sometimes some on my belly too. It's a nice pick-me-up. Beautiful complement to your practice. And let's set up now for our next balancing pose, tree pose. I'm going to go ahead and turn so I can face you. You can be at the front of your mat. Let's start with tree pose on the right side. Maybe this is your tree with your feet and ankle towards the floor. Maybe your right foot balances right there on your left calf. Or for full expression of tree, you can tuck that right foot up into the groin area, never on the knee but above the knee. This is a great place to hang on to your window ledge or a chair. Hands to prayer in front of the center of your chest as you like. Grounding down like the tree in that left foot. And both feet down to the earth. Let's balance on the other side. Toes pointed on the left foot, and maybe the left foot comes to your calf or all the way up, tucked in beneath your groin, hips rotated out. Hands can come to prayer in front of the center of your chest. Again, a beautiful place to hold on to a chair as you balance now on your right foot. Hands always on the belly as you wish. Checking in with your baby. And feet to earth. Let's come now to the front of the mat. Arms up overhead. And exhaling that right foot, right knee down to a nice modified low warrior one. Low lunge. Inhale. And exhale. And opening now into a low warrior two. Gazing out over your left fingertips, your right arm back. Inhale and exhale back into a modified peaceful warrior. Inhale and exhale. Right hand to the back of the right hamstring for balance and support. And coming forward into extended side angle pose. Left knee and left elbow meet, and that right arm reaches joyfully out above you for a beautiful side opening stretch. Plenty of room for baby and belly. Inhale and exhale, hands to the mat, bringing that left knee back for a nice modified upward dog stretch. Pressing back into downward dog. Stretch. Feet nice and wide, pressing down through your hands. Coming in tune with your breath. And start to consider the possibility of gazing forward, coming down onto your hands and knees, and bringing that right knee, right foot forward into low lunge on the right hand side. Arms up on Vinyasa. Low warrior one. Inhale. Exhale down as you open up your arms into warrior two. Gaze out over your beautiful right fingertips. Hips nice and wide. Exhaling back into peaceful warrior, Shanti warrior. Right arm overhead, left arm to the back of the left hamstring for support. Inhale and exhaling forward, right elbow to right knee, left arm reaches up and over for extended side angle pose, opening your hips and strengthening your ankles. Inhale, exhale, back forward for low lunge. And come now for a few hip circles to the right here on your knees, making space. Kundalini rising, and to the right, to the left for balance. You hip circles, hands on your low back or hips. And now widen your knees and hands on your lower back and tip back into your first camel. Beautiful opening for your belly. Oh, so much tension can get stored underneath your rib cage here in the third trimester. Breathe some space into there. And knees nice and wide. Come down to sit. Palms up. Enjoy the ride. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale as you press yourself back up to your knees, hands to the small of your lower back to press your hips forward into camel again. Arch your back and allow your head to tip back, chin up, making space in the front of your body. Breathing in to the whole front body, chest, shoulders, and belly. And exhaling down, knees wide. You can sit on your feet or on a block, palms up. Enjoy. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, pressing up, camel. Hands to the small of your lower back, pressing the hips forward for your final camel. Head tilts back. Hands might want to find their way down for full expression to your feet. Breathing into the front body. allowing space. Inhale. And exhale. Hands to your hips as you make your way back down to sit. Palms up. Enjoy. Enjoy that. And hands to your belly. Checking in with your baby. Breathing in love. Exhaling, hands to the front of your mat as you come into gentle cat-cow. Feels so good after camel. Inhale, chin up. Exhale, arch your back. Inhale, chin up. Exhale, arch your back like a Halloween cat. Come on now, we're going to set up for pigeon on the right hand side. Pigeon or deer pose. With your right knee bent in front of you, you can either straighten your left leg back or bend your left knee in a Z posture for either pigeon or deer. Beautiful hip opener on that right hand side. Just allowing the hips to open nice and slow, never forcing. Feel that your hips are starting to loosen. You can come down towards your mat either using a block or one fist atop of another. And it's a perfectly wonderful stretch, remaining in an upright posture, just a gentle lean forward. And especially in your third trimester, with as much relaxin as your body's producing, be very gentle with yourself, not to overdo it. Just go for a nice, warm sensation. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. We store a lot of emotions here in the hips. Just be the observer as your thoughts arise. Breathe in and observe as your thoughts pass. There might be some guilt or anger harbored in your hips. Just leave it here on the mat. You no longer need to carry it. Let's press up. And if you'd like to tug, a little mermaid pose, you can bend that left leg and reach around with your left arm and tug it in for a nice extra opening. Only if your body's asking for it. And let's all exhale back. And meet in downward dog. Inhale and exhale. Ground that energy. Coming back down to hands and knees, pressing forward into your modified up dog. And bringing that left knee in for pigeon or deer pose on the left hand side. Take your time and set up into the pose that's best for your body. You might find that one side is looser than the other. Every day different. You set up so that your belly and hips have a beautiful warm opening on the left side. Left knee bent. Using your arms for support, breathing in, stretching forward, allowing that big left hip to open. And as you're ready, if your body's asking for it, You can start to come forward, maybe using a block or a bolster to rest your forehead. One fist atop of another fist is a great prop. Large cats or small dogs are perfect for this pose too, to rest your head on, if you have such an ally close by. And just be gentle with yourself. Be kind with yourself. Lip openers are powerful. Just observe your thoughts. Give them no mind. Let them come and let them go. With any emotions that arise, we can just leave them right here on the mat. Breathing space to your beautiful left hip. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And inhale back up. Again, you have the option to bend that right knee and take mermaid pose on the right hand side if your body would like, for an extra hip opening. And exhale. And let's all roll back over onto hands and knees and press back into your own child's pose, knees wide. Noticing how this child's pose may be very different from the child's pose at the beginning of your practice. Now that you're nice and warm and fluid, body's very receptive to stretch now. Chakras are open. And from a hands and knees position, let's thread the needle. Right hand reaches underneath your body, bringing your right shoulder to the ground, using your left hand to press for a nice shoulder opener. On the right hand side, beautiful stretch down your arm. Coming back up to center, hands and knees, thread the needle, that left arm under, left shoulder finds its way to the ground. Right arm helps press for a nice open twist. Beautiful shoulder opener on the left hand side. Oh, our shoulders from sitting at keyboards can become so tight. Let's come down to seated, wide-legged pose. Wide-legged pose here. And leaning forward. Got plenty of belly. Use your elbows to support you as you lean forward. Going to the point of comfort for you, for a nice opening in your lower back, back of the hips, inner groin and hamstrings. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Pressing up. Let's lean now to the right. Left arm reaches over joyfully as the right hand reaches towards your right foot. Feet are neither pointed nor flexed. They're just plexed. And back up to center. Let's twist our shoulders towards the right and lean forward, reaching towards the feet. And a nice hamstring stretch on the right hand side, allowing plenty of room for baby and belly. Inhale and exhale. Inhale back up as our left hand reaches out towards our left foot. And right arm joyfully overhead reaches towards the toes. Beautiful side stretch on the right body. Beautiful side stretch, really opening the sides and hips. You breathing? Continue to breathe. Inhale up as we rotate our shoulders square with our left foot. Let's come forward now for the hamstring stretch. Making room for baby and belly. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale back up. And let's bring our feet in and together. Cobbler's pose, butterfly pose. You just butterfly your knees as you start to consider the possibility of leaning forward. Baddha Konasana. Great hip opener and posture corrector. Stretches and relaxes your shoulder and lower back. Also fantastic for any neck pain or anxiety you might be carrying. You just leave it here on the mat. Inhale and exhale. Inhale up. Let's do a gentle open twist, peering over your right side, right hand behind you. And to the other side, left arm back. Open twist to the left. And right hand to the earth as that left hand tips over for another side stretch. Exhale that left hand down, right arm over for side stretch. And come back to center. Let's go ahead now and make our way down onto the mat for bridge pose. Yes, bridge pose. Feet wide, fingers just shy of touching your feet as you lift your pelvic hips up towards the earth, pressing the energy back to your shoulders on the ground, breathing into your belly, and return down to the earth. Windshield wiper those legs side to side. Side to side. And again, set up for bridge. Palms to the mat, feet grounded down into the earth. And on an inhale, lift your hips up to the sky, belly to the sky. Your shoulders are supporting you. Inhaling deep into that belly and exhale. Inhale. Exhale down. Windshield wiper those legs side to side. Side to side. Side to side with your legs. And to set up for your final bridge. Palms down, feet grounded. Inhale, lift the pelvic up. Filling up your belly with air and exhaling out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale down to your mat. And windshield wiper those knees side to side. Feel that beautiful energy moving. Windshield wiper side to side. Arms open wide as you cross your left foot over your right knee. for a nice hip opener on the left side, figure 4. You can cradle your left knee in your arms, allowing plenty of room for your baby. This is a variation of the pigeon pose. And go ahead and allow that beautiful left knee to come down to the right for a nice twist. Your gaze may fall over to the left-hand side for a nice grounded lying twist. Allowing the body to rinse out and release. And pull your knees wide for a nice, wide, happy baby. You can cradle your knees or grab the insides of your feet. And maybe rock that baby side to side, side to side. Just releasing everything down into the earth. And feet to the earth now. Let's cross that right ankle atop of your left knee and pull in for figure 4 on the other side. And you can cradle that right knee with your right and left hands, pulling into your level of comfort and allowing that right knee to fall towards the ground on the left side. Your gaze may fall to the right hand side as you're wringing out like a washcloth, coming to the end of your practice. Wring out your washcloth, rinse. Anything else that needs to come out of your hips, come out now. Just inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, your knees back up nice and wide, surrounding your belly. Give your knees a few tugs in as you rock. And extend your legs out. And just take a moment here on your back for any other poses that you may want, that your body's asking for. Because it's time now to start setting up for our final meditation pose, our final Shavasana. This is where I like to reach for some doTERRA lavender. I like it on my palms and on the bottoms of my feet. Lavender has calming and relaxing qualities. And we find that it makes for a beautiful Shavasana experience. So take this time now, maybe to get a drink, to apply your oils. Take any poses that your body's asking for. Find your comfort items, maybe a blanket or a bolster or a pillow. Remove any restrictive clothing, hair bands or hair ties, and start to make your way down. For prenatal, Shavasana on your left hand side is optimum. Takes that pressure off that sciatic nerve. I prefer to use a yoga block as a headrest. Maybe you'd like a bolster in between your knees. Come down now into your final resting position. Modified corpse pose for Shavasana. If it's more comfortable, you can always choose a seated posture for seated meditation. You definitely don't want to skip this part. This is where your body integrates everything that it has just learned through your practice. Calming inhale and exhale. And just let your thoughts go. Choose to think of something beautiful, like your growing baby. Let them know how much you love them, how excited you are to be a vessel for them, and that soon, when creation is complete, you will meet. Take this time now. It's alright if you fall asleep. And I will awaken you here at the end and rest. And take this time now to begin to wiggle your toes as you slowly return to present mind, time, and consciousness. Gently wiggle your fingers and stretch out your feet as you start to make your way out of Shavasana and into an upright, comfortable seated position. Nice and easy, nice and slow. Thank yourself for showing up for yourself and your growing baby today. Your practice has helped to calm your mind, release toxins, and open your energetic fields. You can now take this piece with you into your family and into your community. Make time for yourself daily. This prenatal time is special. Gently place your hands on your womb. Work to cultivate a daily practice to minimize your aches and pains, both of mental and physical natures. Let's close with this mantra. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu, which means, may all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and to that freedom for all. Let's practice self-compassion and self-love. You are wonderful to yourself today by showing up for yourself in your practice. Namaste. Aloha. So much love. And we'll see you tomorrow.